Here's cupping table, Inter-American. That's Brian. There's Dana. And my friend Aaron. And me, Joey. And we're gonna learn how to cup.
Go on the SCA website and get all the protocols of what you follow. So I kind of grabbed one, but basically the main thing is just etiquette, cupping etiquette. You don't want interruptions. You don't want to wear anything that's like perfume or cologne, anything that might take away from what you're smelling in the cup. We typically try to stay very quiet as we're cupping because the power of persuasion is pretty strong. And if someone makes a face and then all of a sudden you're going to be looking for something in the cup that might or may not be there. So
if I have Tourette's and I say something like strawberries,
yeah,
is that going to mess everybody up?
I mean, now that we're prepared,
I don't have Tourette's, so
okay.
Don't worry about it.
I'll just ignore everything you say, but
we're
Caramel.
Professionals. We're also super stubborn, so we don't take the power of persuasion.
Good.
We're like opposite. I'm not gonna find strawberries in this.
A couple few like small things is we do this every day, so we're not thinking about it all the time. But if you were doing a cupping where you're with a panel of judges, you might not want to eat spicy foods the night before. You want to make sure you get good sleep. You don't want to cup right after you brush your teeth. Sometimes on an empty stomach's hard, so you want to have like a little bit of something in your stomach. All those other things I think are a little bit more personal choices, but the main thing is just not wearing anything that's overly smelling or overly talkative are probably the two biggest things. Everything is, you know, a ratio, so we did the correct ratio to the grams to the cup size. We do 11 grams to 250 milliliters, but it's 8.25 to 150 milliliters. So the very first thing we're gonna do is just go through and smell all the dry. The new rule with the cue is you're not supposed to pick up the cups and hit them or overly shake them. People used to be able to hit it and smell it.
That's what I used to do too.
Yeah, but they're now saying that they don't want people to because you might have lotion on your hands or smells on your hands. So now it's more just going down and smelling them.
How do you feel about the cue grading system? Do you feel like it's a good idea? Or I mean, I personally have mixed feelings, but I just want to know, you guys are industry professionals.
I think it's a good start, definitely, and I think they've improved it dramatically in the last year or so. And you know, I think I went back for recertification after 3 years, and I really felt like it improved. And people who maybe I thought weren't super strong didn't pass the second time.
Oh wow!
I think it's more rigorous and does concentrate more on coffee cupping application, how you use the form, and more tools rather than kind of, I mean, some of the things like the sweet salt sour for me are a little kind of gimmicky. I don't think they really apply to coffee that much. I mean, they're fun and interesting as sort of a tasting vessel of how well you can taste these things, but it's not really the way I break down flavor. So to have so much more cupping and so much more coffee stuff involved in it, I think it's improved quite a bit.
Okay, cool. It's good to know. Thank you.
The timer will go off and we'll go ahead and we'll break them. So the main thing on breaking is just staying consistent within each cup. So they say to break 3 times. So if you have your cupping spoon, you don't want to sit here and like overly break this one and then kind of break this one like once and then this one once, because it will agitate and it's gonna continue to brew the coffee. So we just want to get down to it. You're gonna do 3 stirs. And then you'll move on to the next one. Biggest thing is rinsing in between each one, because we're trying to see if there's defects and how consistent it is. If you have a defect in this and you don't clean, you can drag it into the other, and then now we don't have a proper representation of the coffee itself. After we do that, we'll clean off the top of it, and then we'll let it get to about 175 degrees.
Yeah.
And then we'll go ahead and we'll taste them. And same thing, biggest thing is just cleaning in between each one. We'll have the cupping form, so you guys are welcome to use the cupping form. Basically, it's fragrance, flavor, aftertaste, acidity, body, balance, overall, and then uniformity, clean cup, and sweetness. So we can help you kind of break this down and how to use that if you want, like while we go through. They do a scale, so anything that has a scale is going to be a number system. Anything that has a box, every box is worth 2 points, and so each cup is worth 2 points. So we'll go through that you feel like you're confident in, and something that is translatable and that we can understand. If I say chocolate and you say chocolate, we kind of understand the same. If you say my grandma's purse, I don't know what that is, and so it can get a little challenging. So just trying to stay within flavors on the flavor wheel help, and you can use that as a guide. And most of them will be all on over there, so you can just choose that to help decide.
Now we're gonna smell coffee.
The stance is important.
That's good. We're smelling the wet grounds. press breaking. It's been 4 minutes. Stirring on the foam. The 2-spoon technique.
Say that the louder you slurp, the better, but that's not true at all. That's why we have the deep spoon. You want to aspirate it onto your tongue. You're trying to get, like, spray it where you're adding oxygen as well, and you're also smelling while you taste. So it's kind of like a double thing. You know, you have your retronasal passage, you're smelling it, you're tasting it all at the same time. So
some people chew when they do that. Is that still kind of a thing, or is that out now?
It just depends. As long as you're consistent, just kind of do whatever works for you. But yeah, if you do it on one cup and not on another, that really doesn't make
Yeah.
It's trying to be a human computer and basically use the exact same process for each cup. And obviously we spit because, you know, a bunch of coffee you take in, get your stomach acids going, they come up and they change the way a coffee finishes. So that's why we do spitting. So.
Right.
And you get style points for like adding like high pitched sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
no Brazilians.
No Brazilian.
Their call on keeping these coffees.
So would they typically get all of them, or just one of them, or?
These are all of them.
All done now. Now we can go and solve all the world's problems because we have all this energy. Well, I do. I didn't have a spit cup, so
I had about half a spit cup. So.
I drank it like cray-cray, and I will not stop counting the dots on my ceiling tonight.
Exactly.
Decide you want to throw these away. I know a perfect home for them. These things are amazingly expensive, right? How much do they cost? This is the sample roasters. They're like 5,000 each or so, right?
15.
15, yeah.
Ridiculous like that, yeah.
2 barrels.
Stick in it if you know what you're doing.
So which brewer is it? Oh, this is a coffee grinder, huh?
Yeah, it's an old school R2D2
Yeah, that's awesome looking.
from the 80s.
It's German, huh? Malkönig. It's like something King.
Not
König.
cloning,
They're
yeah.
German.